Lucas Media. So, as y'all can see in this picture, you see the man on the far left who's the boss of all bosses, Phil Knight. He's the one who cut Michael Jordan his checks and LeBron his checks. That's why I call him the real boss of all bosses. And then in the middle you have LeBron's youngest son, Bryce James. And on the far right you got LeBron James Jr., a.k.a. Bronny James. And this video isn't to attack LeBron's fatherhood. Shout out to him. I don't have I love what you're doing, man. Keep doing it. It's none of that. None of that. But I just seen a commercial the other day where LeBron was calling himself the GOAT. And I'm middle-aged, but I'm not a really old guy. But if you look at this picture, right? Who do they have on their feet? What are they wearing? I see Phil Knight wearing a pair of, I don't know if they're Nikes. But I see Bryce and Bronny wearing some shoes. What do they say? Are those LeBron? No, those are Jordans. And they look like Jordan 4s. And this is when people come at LeBron, extreme fans, and say, well, how is he to go? Nobody wears LeBron shoes. When do you ever see people wearing some LeBrons? For you younger audience, my younger subscribers and viewers, when Jordans came out back in the 90s, late 80s and 90s, you had to have police out there. Or you could have a busted up outfit and have a pair of Jordans on, and you was the man. The man. You was praised everywhere you went. From children to adults would stop and ask you about your Jordans. Everybody wanted a pair of Jordans. And yeah, the design was ahead of its time, but you wanted to be like Mike. You wanted to be like Mike. It was so serious that he has brand Jordan, and those player exclusives are still the most sought after shoes in history. Them shoes be selling for $100,000 and up. You see, Drake signed with brand Jordan at one point. He didn't sign with brand LeBron. And brand Jordan's a multi-billion-dollar business. I'm just saying. So when people say stuff like that, I mean, it's kind of hard to argue. I'm just saying, don't look what they wearing. When Jordan kids wore, like Marcus Jordan and Jeff Jordan had custom sneakers, and everybody at that time would have did almost anything to have a pair of those. You don't see the people doing that for LeBron. You don't see people wearing LeBron apparel like that. None of that. All we had back in the day was Jordan hoodies, and I remember he had jeans at one point. Obviously windbreakers and all of that, but he was the man. Will Smith had a pair of Jordans on. Martin Lawrence had a pair of Jordans on. I mean, they talk about Jordans in the movie. I Want to Be Like Mike with Bow Wow. I'm just saying. So when you see people in the older generation that says stuff like this, I mean, it's true. And yes, LeBron is an awesome businessman. I'm not taking none of that from him. But you don't see people wear his apparel or anything like that. How come Bronny and Bryce don't have on a pair of custom LeBrons that everybody would do almost anything in the world to get? But what y'all think about it?